What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a second to just do a quick share. This is going to be a short video. I usually do long ones that I spend all this time on, but I just got to throw this out there. You know, it was 11 months ago that I pushed out, launched my first YouTube video. It was actually October 21st of 2022. And I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary. And when I started, I had, a few goals. I had a few hopes. And one of my biggest hopes was I needed to find a healthy distraction from all the negativity in the world. I was listening to too much political talk radio. I was spending too much time getting frustrated by all the crazy stuff in this world. And I needed an outlet. I had been collecting cards. I've really collected my whole life. I went through a brief stretch where I was heavy into ticket stubs, which I've not really talked about that yet, but at some point I will. And coming up in the near future, when I hit my 1-year mark, I'm going to do a little bit of a summary recap of how this has gone. But another one of my hopes, and one of my biggest hopes, was I wanted to connect with other collectors. I wanted to be able to talk about cards because, quite frankly, unless you're at a card show or you go to a card shop, we're kind of separated. We're kind of all over the place. I don't have any collector friends that I can just, say, hey, come over, let's look at cards together. Just my dad. And we do that. We do just look at each other's stuff and talk about stuff and what we pick up. But the hope was that doing this YouTube channel, I would connect with people. I would make connections. I would build friendships. And it's amazing to me how now when I go to a card show, I legitimately consider a lot of the dealers my friends. I don't know if they consider me their friend, but I consider them my friend. I see other collectors at the show that'll come up and talk to me who I've seen several times, and they become friendly and that we're friends. I have friends that are other YouTubers or even commenters that I communicate with. I find myself texting some of these friends from all over the country, and it's really unbelievable how a hobby and how just deciding to, okay, let's turn the camera around, let's hit record, and let's post some stuff on YouTube and see what happens, has developed a lot of really great friendships. And I've really enjoyed it way more than I ever thought that I would. And if anybody out there is thinking about doing a channel, I cannot recommend it more strongly. You have nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Give it a shot and just throw it out there because there's no reason not to. It's free. My total equipment invested in this channel might be $50. I'd encourage you to do it. But what I never expected to happen is that anybody would ever want to send me something, send me a gift of appreciation. I never expected that. And I had a few people that reached out to me, to my email, which is always in the description to all of my videos. And they just looked at the description, found my email, emailed me and said, hey, Greg, I got something I want to send you. Can I send you something? And I'm like, okay. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, that's like super nice. And so I've had some people send me stuff, and the thoughtfulness of these gifts is off the charts. It is unbelievable how kind and generous these gifts are. I wanted to show you what 3 people sent me, all of them extremely thoughtful, all of them extremely generous. Let me show you what 3 of my viewers have sent me over the past month or so. I had to share because this is so cool.
All right, so the first thing I got was from Rob. Rob lives down in Southern California, and he's still got like his whole childhood collection. And he sent some of those cards in for grading. And he sent me some videos and stuff. He's talked about doing a YouTube channel, and he sent me a Fleer Roger Clemens rookie. Loved that card as a kid, still love it. And then he sent me a couple other Clemens cards. And it was like so nice that he's like, hey, I've got these Clemens cards. Greg would probably like these. I'm going to send them up to Greg. Just super, super kind of him. So then next I've got Roger. And Roger, he reached out to me and said that he does custom cards. So he kind of makes these custom artistic cards. And his information was on the bottom of the letter there, if you're interested in reaching out to him. But he's like, yeah, you don't have the Ernie Banks rookie card, but I can make you a custom art one. And he didn't tell me that's what he was doing. He just sent me 3 cards. One of them was an artistic vision of the Ernie Banks card. The next one is the second one of my Grail cards as from my childhood, which is the 57 Topps Brooks Robinson rookie. And there was a third card in there. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably know what it is. It's the 48 Bowman Yogi Berra. And these are cool looking. And they're printed on cardstock, just like a card is. That was super cool that he sent those to me. And then I got this letter from David. And now David lives up north of me, up in Washington, I believe he said. And we exchanged some emails back and forth. Super nice guy. And he goes, hey, I want to send you something. I don't know what to expect. So the first thing in the package is a 72 Greg Nettles in an 8 holder. And that's awesome. And then he's got this 83 Topps Greg Nettles. So he sends me a couple of Greg Nettles cards. And then another Clemens rookie, but this is the Topps. So Rob had sent me the Fleer one, and now he sends me the Topps one. But that wasn't it. There's more in there. So check out this 56 Monty Irvin. What a beautiful card. He knows I'm a Yankee fan. He knows I like Goose Gossage. His Goose Gossage autograph card he sends me. Like, so cool. And then this Ken Griffey Jr. card. I remember this set as a kid. And I talk a lot about Bert Blyleven and how I think he's got such a great curveball. So he sent me some Bert Blyleven cards. And, that one, and then this Fleer, that's from my heyday of collecting, and another Topps. And that was super cool. And then some more Nettles cards. You got the 84 Topps, another 83 Topps Nettles. It's got kind of the flashback thing. He sent me a couple of those. And then, anytime you see a Nettles in a Yankee uniform, I'm all about that. So he sent me a couple of those. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, he dug through his cards, found some Greg Nettles cards that he knew I would love, and sent it. Look at that, 75 Topps Nettles. And he sent them off to me. And I'm like, this is an incredible community. And then a couple Clemens cards. It's really amazing how kind the card community is. But that wasn't it. So then he sent me some of these. I remember these cards. They're from a while ago, and they're like the size of like a ticket stub. And they're really cool. And he sent me quite a few of them. A lot of these guys ended up being Hall of Famers. Barry Larkin, John Smoltz. There's a couple of guys who aren't Hall of Famers who maybe should be, like Schilling. Roberto Alomar, another Hall of Famer. Look at this Griffey. I mean, that's such a cool picture. This is when the photography and the quality of cards was really taking off. These are beautiful. Omar Vizquel's an interesting one. What a great defensive player. Frank Thomas, Andre Dawson. I mean, Andre Dawson was a stud. And then another Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. So sweet.
Isn't that nice? How thoughtful are those? Now, I realize there's not a ton of Roger Clemens collectors out there. But literally from third grade on, I was a Roger Clemens collector. I was a Roger Clemens guy. I went through quarter boxes digging for Roger Clemens cards, and I have a lot of them. But still, to just spend your money to send me some Roger Clemens cards is like so nice. I know there aren't a ton of Greg Nettles collectors out there, but I'm a Nettles collector. And for someone to send me Greg Nettles cards is like so beyond nice. And not just Greg Nettles cards, but cards of a whole bunch of guys I've talked about that I like Monty Irvin and Bert Blyleven and, Roger Clemens. Like, it's so nice. And then how about the thoughtfulness of someone who makes custom cards to say, hey, Greg, I know you don't have your 3 vintage Grail cards yet that you've wanted for 30 years, literally 30 years. So I make custom cards. I'll make you a custom one. I mean, insane thoughtfulness. Needless to say, I had zero clue that 11 months ago I would have connected with this many people, that I would have made this many new friends, that I would have had so many people say such nice things to me, let alone send me something, send me a gift, a present. It's unbelievable. It's been an awesome experience. I encourage all of you who don't have a channel to consider it. But the card collecting community is incredible. And I'm so thankful to just be a part of it. To all of you that have said nice things to me, to all of you that have sent me a gift, to all of you that have just watched some of my videos, truly it means a lot. And it has been one of the most exciting and fun experiences I've ever had. And I can't wait for it to continue. I'm going to do a 1-year recap here in a few weeks as we approach my 1-year anniversary of my first video. But man, this has been an incredible journey. So thank you so much to everybody for all of your support. It has been incredible.